Hiya girls, we are Barney and Lukey and we are the hot young visionaries behind Truffle Pig Wigs.
And this is Cliffhangers, the unofficial, unrequested and unhinged RuPaul's Drag Race recap show.
The views and opinions expressed on Cliffhangers are from a couple of women who just love drag and have zero real business judging it. If you are not a fan of red-hot acidic critique, turn back now.
I got a hangover. Whoa.
Oh,
I'm still pouring the Baileys.
we have, because it's Crimbo and we're doing a double ender for you, a DP, we've got some M&S, hype by the way.
Hi. Salted caramel brownie flavoured cream liqueur straight from the Arabon Creamery. And
Straight from M&S's nipple.
It is absolutely fucking delicious. If you have time, run out and get it right now because it is so gorgeous, so creamy.
First it really hits you with that salted caramel.
Yeah, it's got a cummy tang to it.
And then the cream comes afterwards.
Love it. Happy Christmas, my ho-ho-hos.
Happy
Hope
Christmas.
Hope your balls are decked. What do they say? Hope you deck the halls. Yeah. Hope your halls are decked with boughs of welcome.
Holly,
Yeah.
yes.
Merry Christmas, Luke's. How you feeling? Luke's is a big Christmas fan, aren't you? Love it so much.
I just think Christmas stopped being good when maybe like 14 or something.
Basically, when you got anyone young in your family and you had to be around anyone apart from your mum and dad.
Well, no, that's just when the presents got decidedly shitter.
Sure.
It stopped being about like, oh, let's all like make the day fun for the little one. And then it's just like, actually, do you know what? Now you're old enough to be helping with the shit, but you're not old enough to be respected and you're still treated as a...
And also read between the lines, like what you really mean is just like, it stopped becoming all about you.
Well, yeah, I used to get like such big boxes with all these big pink plastic Barbies and My Little Ponies and stuff.
But when you get older, the greatest thing for me is my familial presents they're truly bottom of the barrel. I just say something that I want and someone gets it for me. Like
See, there's no magic anymore.
No magic
there's
whatsoever.
No wonder.
But as you get older, the thing that I look forward to the most is a lot of my friends give quite fantastic presents. Am I allowed to hot you up on the pod and tell me what you got me?
If you want, yeah.
Luke's every year gets
If
me
you
very
think it's good enough to share.
Well then, no.
No, fine.
No, I'm joking. Luke's every year gets me very gorgeous presents. Got me a very gorgeous calendar and also got me a very gorgeous book this year. And it was two things that I would have bought myself. And you always seem to manage to get things that I either already have my eye on or would 100% buy myself. So
That's good. And in turn, you bought me the big boy of the lovely pistachio perfume. Was it KLE? KLE. And is she...
Classic Arab Emirates vibes.
Is she affiliated with Huda?
I think it is Huda Beauty. I think. But I'm not really sure. Take a sleigh ride with me
Ooh,
in 2024.
slay, mama.
If a little Robin Redbreast perched upon your... Little Robin Redbreast?
Yeah.
Oh, this drink is already hitting. We literally had one sip and I was like...
Yeah, Barney's on his
gonna be on the
second
floor.
mini tankard.
If a little Robin Redbreast perched upon your head, but little Robin RB had been too greedy with the Quality Street Megatin and had little Robin Runny Bun,
Oh.
spreading his Christmas joy all over your face and mouth, crusting and curing your lips together, how would you, because you've only got one song, you've only got one Christmas number one to tell Dasher, Dancer, Prancer and Mincer how your week's been, what song would it be to you lip sync to let them know? Can you imagine like starting this podcast for the first time, just being like, you're like, I'll subscribe, why not? And just going in and being like, what is he talking about at the beginning?
Also, alert, Truffle Pig on the Runway. This is our freebie episode. This is our usually behind closed doors episode.
Oh, that's it. Oh, cute. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
Hey guys, welcome.
So, yeah, this is for we'll call them the plain listeners.
Sure. The conventional.
Yeah, and then we're going to
That's what she
use
means.
our feminine wiles to rope you in to sub in.
Yeah, come join the fam girls. We've got a lovely little community of girls, and they and by girls I mean gays, theys, and
You name it.
babies, yeah. And we they message us. They say, what do you want us to talk about? And we chat about it, and it's very gorgeous. But if that was the case, what would your song be this Christmas?
This week, it will have to be Countdown by Beyonce, because I am just ready for this year.
To be over.
Yeah, I want to just get all those Drag Race wigs out. I want to be in our new
Spoiler.
studio. I feel like we've already told him.
Yeah.
I want to be in the new studio. And yeah, like this bit is just like, it's just like kind of when you're just like running down time for no reason.
It's like the post-come of 2024.
Yeah, let's get up and
Well,
at
come
'em.
talk today, but I mean, 'tis the season. Snowing somewhere.
What would yours be?
Mine would be, Christmas truly is a time for stupidity. So it would be, I saw Mummy kissing Santa Claus because it was only about...
The Ronettes version.
Yeah, of course. Is there another version?
I'm sure plenty of people have done it.
But I only realised like about 3 or 4 years ago that the whole gag of the song is that you saw Mummy kissing Santa Claus is that it's your dad dressed up as Santa Claus. And
So you've only just worked this out?
I just thought that it was your mum's a hoe. And it was like, oh, like deeply triggering and traumatic experience for a young person being like, my mum is getting with a random man that comes down the tree. I guess I just never really listened to it properly.
That's the problem with you, Barney. You're here, but you don't listen.
Yeah, the ears are open, but the mouth is talking at the same time. You know how it is. But yeah, love that song. And it's just a time for stupidness, isn't it?
Yeah.
And maybe a time of the year that I should be opening my ear and not my rear.
Well, finally, someone's got to do it.
Yeah.
Did you have a nice weekend? What did you get up to last weekend?
What, was that Christmas party?
No, that was the week
Last
before.
weekend. Oh, Jodie's.
No, that was the same weekend.
Oh, really? So what have we had a whole weekend since then?
Yeah. I've had winter solstice at my mum's house.
Tell the divas.
There's not much to tell. I brought my boyfriend's mum to meet my family, including my crazy dad, and that was actually fine. He only mentioned getting laid with a younger woman once and asked her to suck his neck once. So
It's Italian.
that's fine,
Yes.
really. And I think she had a good time.
Feliz Navidad. It's a different way of life.
Navidad. And then on Sunday, I went to see Slipknot at the O2, the 25th anniversary show. Didn't know any of the songs because it was all... I only know 3 of the songs anyway. I'm just there. I'm just like there, not as a fan, but just because my friend's in the band. So it's a bit different.
Yeah.
But that was good. And only one person reacted to my Instagram picture of me in an official Slipknot mask. So I think you're all haters.
I was going to say, join in the long list of haters that you have surrounding you.
So many haters.
And thank God for Margot Bartrop for pointing it out. Because,
yeah, you know what we mean.
Yeah. Just notice that like when you post photos, like who's really liking, who's really swooping in and being like, wow, support you, bruh.
Because as our good friend Maggie says...
I thought you were going to hot up, and that's our good friend, ... who never
Well, I've
likes
just remembered
anything.
because this isn't the secret one, so we can't be as loud and proud.
Let me tell you,
brother
on the
with
secret
names.
one, we are dropping names, we are dropping brands, we are really giving it to you. So if you want to know the secret tea of what we should never be talking about, because we get to see who our subscribers are, therefore we're like, okay, they're not too linked to the London drag world. So
Oh, I don't know. I don't look and I don't
talk
care.
our shit.
But yeah, Max pointed out that someone we know who is very prolific online and demands a lot of your, what did I call it, digital mind space.
Yeah.
They hardly like any of our photos. And
That's when you
and
know
it's like,
someone's
yeah,
hater.
no, Maggie was like, even if it's a shit photo, you have to like your friend's pictures because it's your friend.
Yeah, it's like an unwritten rule. Like, even if my friends are looking absolutely munting, it's like, oh, you've got a cluster of chin acne.
You've
Oh,
been
your
brave
hair's
enough to
greasy.
put that online, so my friend, I'm going to let you know.
I'm going to stand by
it's
you and
okay.
support you like a sister. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, let's be honest, like, compared to us, most of our friends are rotted. Shout out. Literally all of our friends. Apart from Maggie, who has literally just done a very sort of gorgeous desert photo shoot.
Yeah.
Should we talk about Christmas?
Sure.
Should we talk about the joys that Christmas brings? I would like to ask you, I'd like to start us on, let's talk Christmas dinner. Where do you stand on Christmas dinner? Because famously, you don't love a roast, do you?
Well, that's Mags. I'm fine with a roast.
Fine with the roast, but you don't love it.
No,
As
I mean,
opposed
like,
to normal English people who...
like it's fine, but like I don't get what the hype is. Like a roast dinner is nice, but I don't get why people get so hyped over Christmas dinner because it's literally just a roast dinner, which is so ordinary.
So
But
would
what
you-
I've discovered, not everyone is a pigs and blanket family.
Shut up.
I was
Dickheads.
also pigs and blanket, and also we do bacon rolls as well. You roll up streaky bacon, put them on skewers, and you have these fucking crispy little
That's
pups.
absolutely delicious. We are not having a Christmas dinner this year. We're having Petivier pie, which is a French venison and duck thing, which makes us sound very posh, but we're not at all. It's just my mum's a sick cook.
But she didn't make it, did she?
Yeah.
I thought she bought it in frozen.
Oh my God, you're totally right. She did. Sorry, just fucking one. Yeah, which is even less posh. The fact that she's...
People think we're posh because we've got venison pie, but my mum's a great cook. She didn't cook
Sorry,
it, but...
I'm just getting confused because she is cooking everything else. But yeah, the pie actually she's not cooking. But we're not having any Christmas dinner apart from, she was like, I will not live in a world without pigs and blankets. So she was like, I'll make a whole tray of them.
Fine. What I really enjoy about Christmas season, when I had to go to my granny's in Devon for Christmas, you'd have to go to a lot of her friends, like drink and dinner parties.
Absolute fucking snort. I barely care about you, Granny.
I know,
The last
but
one
what
is
it
going
meant
around
was
Edith's house.
I'm about the perfect height for when people are passing around those honey and mustard mini sausages, and that's what I really think of about Christmas: honey and mustard cocktail sausages, hot, tasty, sweet.
Do you know what I think of you down south with your granny? Is I think of you with a giant wheel of cheese. Mm-hmm. She loved a good wheel, didn't she?
Oh,
Philippa Mary
Philippa
Agnes
Mary.
Joan. Yeah.
For me, bread sauce is a deal breaker.
Yeah.
If you haven't got bread sauce, I ain't coming.
Okay, fair.
And I think a lot of people aren't even aware of bread sauce.
So I'm going to ask you, dream Christmas dinner guest. You get 4 guests. They're sat around the table with you to share, to break, what's Christmassy bread? Cranberry bread. I don't know.
You answer, because whenever I see people talk about like, who's your dream dinner party, dead or alive, I'm always like,
I'd be drunk. You'd be really
literally, I don't know.
You would have taken 3 too many welcome drinks and you'd be now.
Well, because when these kind of questions stress me out, because it's like, well, if you're asking me a question, I want to think about it properly, but you're asking me to quickly scan every person living and alive and then rate them on who I want to, like, well, I can't work it out that quick.
I'll let you know. I was like, right, first of all, it's a dinner party, yeah? So I'm going to want someone...
Oh, is it dinner? Because
dinner.
some people have a lunch, you see.
Oh, what, like a sort of buffet?
Well, no, like a sort of 2 p.m. big lunch and then a snacky dinner.
This is a dream Christmas dinner guest.
Okay.
I was thinking, right, what would I want at Christmas dinner? I would want to meet someone, be with someone that I've like been obsessed with for my whole life, and that I would love. Also, someone super fit, and then I'd also, it's dinner, so I really want to laugh, you know. So, starting off with a very controversial Christmas dinner, Christmas guest. I'd quite like Azealia Banks there. I feel like she'd be fun for a Christmas dinner. Lots of opinions. She's probably not going to be...
Isn't that what people are trying to avoid from Christmas dinners, is the loudmouth, outspoken one who offends everyone?
Isn't that you, though?
No, that's every Christmas family in the world. That's another reason why I hate Christmas, because it's just fucking people being boring and shouting.
Exactly, that's why you want Azealia Banks. She's mad. First of all, she cooks the fuck up. She's a good cook, as we see on the Instagrams. Then I'd want Nikki Glaser. She'd make us all laugh. Imagine having a comedian there. Just like constantly.
Sorry, your comedian of choice, the dead or alive, is Nikki Glaser.
Yeah, I think she's so fucking funny. Do you not?
Like, she's all right.
At the roast.
She's all right. She gets a few digs in, but like, I don't know. I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't pay to see.
I don't want to. Imagine.
Well, you think that she's the only one funny woman is Nikki Glaser?
To me,
because the option is
to
just
me,
men.
she's one of the funniest women. One of the funniest female comedians.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you want to get into comedy? That's interesting.
Who would you? Well, we'll get round to it, I guess. Louis Garrel, because then I guess
I don't know who that is.
Dream guy. Then I could have sex with him afterwards. And then
on that full bussy? Are you joking?
No, before I've got a bussy full of beans.
All right.
I'd wake up an appetite, and then Amy Winehouse, obviously, because anyone that's dead. But then I did think
also she won't be eating, so you can take hers.
And she'd probably be in drugs as well. So. And then if for a bonus guest as well, although I don't think she'd come, and I think she might be quite problematic. She might bring up Israel. Is Pamela Anderson?
Pamo.
Yeah. What about you? If you were gonna now, I'll put it in. Who would be your controversial guest that you're like, look, they may throw the rat amongst the pigeons, but I'd like them at dinner.
See, like, yeah, you have to give me notice for these kind of questions. You're
I
just going to
get
get dead air. Well, you don't tell. You've got to tell me you update the doc. Yeah, no, sorry to be boring, but I literally don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, let's fill the...
That's ended that then.
Yeah. Let's fill the dinner party with me, Buddha, and Maggie. And you can invite Claire.
Sure, I'd just rather not. I'd rather just go out.
Okay, fine. Okay, and now I'd like to bring you on to a different part of the thing we're part of the Christmas conversation, which is a game I like to call He's Behind You! Or is he?
Okay.
This is, I'm going to name some men, and you're going to tell me in true panto style what sexual position you would do with them. Like, is it, I want to be doing reverse cowgirl.
Okay.
Because I don't want to have to look at them.
Fine.
Or am I going to be doing missionary, straight up, eye to eye? I need to know.
Well, I never make eye contact, so.
Starting with Luigi M.
Oh, I'd kind of want to give him the world, but I know that my pussy's not that fire, so like, I mean, like, I'd want him to have a really good last fuck if he's going to get killed. So I'd probably maybe give him to someone else, but otherwise, his choice, dealer's choice.
Anal.
No.
Not that good.
No.
Next up, we have Idris Elba. He's behind you, or is he?
He can stay behind me. I don't want to look at an old man.
Doggy. Wow! Idris Elba's not old.
Yes, he fucking is.
Idris Elba's like what? Like late 40s?
Old.
Rude. Then next up we have Bruno Mars.
Oh, my baby. I'd like to do seated, me facing him. So basically we can dance together while we're singing together.
To leave the hands free for a lot of sort of TikTok dance movement.
Exactly.
Love it. Next up we have Henry Melton.
Who's that?
You don't know who Henry... Shut the fuck up. I actually don't know what he's in. I just know him as one of the fittest people in the world. But I'm going to pull up a photo. I feel like he's in like maybe... Is his name not... Yeah, his name's Henry Melton. No? Oh my God. No, his name isn't.
I know who I'd have for my dinner.
Oh, who?
The lady that plays Lucille Bluth, who's dead. Her.
Is she dead?
Yeah, R.I.P. a few years ago.
Oh, wow. Sorry, I didn't mean Henry Melton. I meant Charles Melton. This guy.
If it's not Jamie Milton, I ain't interested. Okay, him with the jaw.
Yeah.
Maybe I'd like a bit of missionary from him, actually.
Yeah, little tongue kisses.
So I can see his lovely face.
He is so fit. He's like disarmingly fit. When I see a photo,
I'd like him to have a little bit of jaw relaxant.
Yeah.
Especially in that one. He looks like he's literally mid-clench in that photo.
Eating an Xbox. Okay, next up we have Theo James.
Who?
Theo James from White Lotus.
No, I haven't watched it.
Oh my God, he is a Greek Cypriot god. Oh wow, is he Greek Cypriot?
Oh, is he? What if he's Turkish? We'll get letters.
No, because I feel like
Maggie
Maggie
will
loves
write
him.
letters.
So Maggie loves him. Him, our guy from The Gentleman.
I don't know this man.
You just don't know enough white boys of the month, do you? Oh my God, he is so fit though. No.
Oh, he just looks like any standard kind of mid-attractive kind of Hollywood person to me.
Okay, and as a final Christmas present, he's behind you, or is he? Zayn Malik.
I would spontaneously combust. Again, like, he deserves so much better than any sex I could possibly give him.
How fucking dare you? It would be so sensual and so gorgeous, and he'd be like, "Wow, what a Christmas present!"
I would
I
would probably throw up
on the floor.
I'd probably throw up.
Yeah. Do you know the first time that I ever gave head, I was so nervous that I couldn't stop my jaw from shaking, and I was like trying to not give him head, and I was like,
like taking 20
I was
pills.
so nervous. Yeah. But I mean, you probably are at 8. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
And then that moves us on to a very nice part of the best worst Christmas presents ever.
Well, what I'm going to ask you.
Yeah, go on.
All right, so you're introing my
Yeah,
sections
I'd like to.
now. All right.
I'd like
I've got one main best Christmas present ever, which I get isn't very relatable
Is
to
it gonna
most
be-
people.
I know what you're going to say.
I was very sick, and my granny was like, come into the yard, come and have a look. And she took me into the stables, and there was my baby, my little skewbald pony, Patchwork Prancer, aka Barney, if you could believe it. And I had a pony for Christmas, and I was literally so ill. I was like, thanks, and I just like went back inside. But
Can you fucking believe this bitch got a pony for Christmas? I can't even say what my best present was after this. So embarrassing compared to a pony.
I've
now.
got a more relatable one afterwards, though.
Okay. I used to love every single year. My parents just used to try and go and find like something. All I used to do when I was younger is just like art stuff, and they used to try and find me like a super like interesting art stuff every single Christmas. And one year they got me a potter's wheel, like a little kid's, like a Fisher Price one or whatever, but a potter's wheel. And you could just like make, and I just sat, we had like a little den that was our converted garage. And I just sat there making the ugliest fucking cups and pots that you've ever seen. That it was so sick. And also one year as well, they got me, my dad was a graphic designer when I was younger, and they got me this thing. He made a huge like poster on top that said Barney's art drawer, and just like filled it with every single like art thing that you can imagine. And
Lovely.
Yeah.
I used to love a big like jumbo pencil set.
yeah. And
That's actually reminded me of a traumatic pottery experience I had.
okay.
When I lived in Ladbroke Grove when I was little, so younger than year 7, I used to enjoy making like things out of, flour and water kind of turns into clay.
We used to throw it on our neighbours' cars because if you put it on the windscreen, if you get like a water balloon, put flour in it and then put water in it, throw the water balloon and smash. It has to be like scraped off and it ruins the glass.
Such a lovely young boy.
I know. That was between throwing. We used to pick up my dog's poo, put it in a plastic bag, and throw it at their front room window. And also, we used to put. You used to be able to buy these like in our corner shop. You used to be able to buy these. They're a bit like things that you throw on the floor that pop.
Bangers.
Yeah. But you would set a light to them and they go, pap, 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 and it sounded like gunfire. We once put that through their letterbox as well. But she used to shout at us when we used to play football outside her house, so it was kind of...
You were terrorising her. No wonder she fucking shouted at you.
Ebbs and flows. Sorry, come on.
I made like a little ashtray.
Yeah.
And then I went out onto the street to sell it. And this man...
It's always a grifter.
Always.
Entrepreneur.
So I'd sell it for £1.
Cheat-eo.
And this man came and he was wearing like white dungaree, like overall things. But he had like nothing on underneath. And I saw his dick. And I was just
How
like...
old were you?
I don't know, young, in primary school still.
Just constantly.
Constant. And and then he like gave me £1 and then I like ran back and then I just like was like, Mom, you just swapped this £1 with me. I saw this
cock pound.
Yeah, this is the dick pound and she got to change it, but God bless her, she did. My more relatable, best Christmas present ever was a Mr. Frosty. I was the fucking happiest bitch in town. If you don't know Mr. Frosty, it's basically a kind of like snowman thing that you'd put ice in and flavours and churn it and you'd make your own little like snow cone desserts.
Delicious. That is such a sick present. I used to always be super jealous of people that were allowed. I wasn't allowed to take food in my room when I was younger. And so I was always super jealous.
That's so weird that that's like a rule. Like what had you done to get to this rule?
Who fucking knows? Well, just like we had to, like, if we were going to eat, we had to eat downstairs. So like, I was always super jealous when I went to my friend's house and they had like a popcorn machine or something. I was like, wow, that's fucking adult, you know?
What about your worst present?
I don't, to be honest, I haven't really had many worst presents, although one friend who will remain unnamed used to often buy me presents, like she'd buy me like gig tickets for gigs she wanted to go to. I was like, that doesn't feel like a present for me, but okay, let's go and see your favourite band that I've never listened to. They're not the best types of presents, but it is what it is. It is what it is. At least it's still a gift.
I had a great aunt, Aunt Eve, who was very old. She used to do the thing when she'd stand up, she'd always fart because of the pressure, like straight. Like,
sorry, the thing. Let's not try and drop that in as if that's like a neurological thing that happens to a lot of people.
No, old people.
Every time, isn't it when she sat down? Surely like the wind out of a whoopee cushion.
No, because when she like puts her hands on the side and that the strain to lift herself up, it'd be like, and then I'd always get told off for laughing. Anyway, one year she gave me an envelope and in it was like a newspaper clipping of an article about face painting and then £3 coins and like, go buy yourself some face paints. I was about 17 at this point. I was just like, that is fucking
absolutely
livid.
Fucking insane. I would have taken each pound coin one by one, and like, throw them at her eyes, and be like, you don't deserve to see 2000 and whatever it was, 2001. I need to talk to you about something that I saw. As much as I love a celebrity, we need to move this bottle. It's like right in between your eyes. As much as I love a celebrity getting involved with the magic of Christmas, have you seen Kim Kardashian's video with Nadia?
I've seen that she's been everywhere at the moment. She's recreating the what's it called? Glass on the bum picture. I saw her with some other celebrity as well. I can't remember who it was doing a thing. What's this Nadia thing?
She basically has recorded her own version of Santa Baby and then done a sort of like 3-4 minute music video.
So who's the person in the video with her again?
Macaulay Culkin is at the end. Yeah. But it's like super crazy because I didn't see until I saw on Twitter people talking about it, and that actually they've become like, she did her interview cover, you know, when she had that super short hair. She did her interview front cover. She's done 2 Skims campaigns. She also did the Skims and Dolce campaign, and she's done a couple of like just like personal projects with Kim now. And where do we stand on? I think it cheapens Nadia so much. I mean, I get it, like probably millions. She probably paid her amazingly, and it's like.
But then if Nadia's just doing it for the money, then that also makes me think, well, less of her.
Yeah, I just think that, I guess
maybe she just like sees her as a muse. Like, she is beautiful. She is famous in a way like no one's been famous before. Like, and that's the angle she's getting in.
Well, I guess as well, like so much of her iconography is about like Americana, isn't it? And she's like actually such an example of like the American dream, I guess. Especially as like being from like immigrant.
Well, not really, because she didn't work her fingers to the bone.
Well, no, but like the American dream that like it's achievable for anyone. Do you know what I mean? That
it's more achievable for people who start with a millionaire family.
Sure, but like her dad is an immigrant, and like I don't know, like I feel like she represents a lot of awful things about America. Do you know what I mean? She represents capitalism, consumerism, like all of these things that are like omnipresent in sort of American culture. But with Nadia is subversive and at one point very underground and like not stylistically like palatable for the masses, really. Like a lot of stuff would be like, a lot of her imagery that she uses, people would be like, tacky, it's 80s, it's dated, it's whatever, because they wouldn't understand it. But I feel like now this like connection with Kim, she's like she's knocking on the door of something, but it just doesn't work. Like when you see that Santa Baby thing, it's like Kim has no personality. She's like completely vacuous. Like vacuous, is that the right word? Vapid? Yeah, like, and I just feel like she's actually like the complete wrong person to have as a muse, because when you have, I don't know who she worked with.
I mean,
before.
a muse is just who inspires you. You can't.
I
help
know,
with
but
that.
in this video, she's like, she just brings nothing to it, and it's because she has no personality. Obviously, she's gorgeous, but it's like even the people that are just like extras in it have so much personality and so much like visual appeal, whereas she's just sort of like, she could be any,
just being sexy.
Yeah, and she could be just any next, like, it feels like it goes against the principles of what Nadia Lee Cohen's art is about. That she often showcases, like, I don't know, when I think of like the like super like muscle bit, like
Yeah, well, like some weird old Vegas gamblers or
it's
something.
like she shows like super like older women and like bigger women and muscly women and all this stuff.
What
and
do they
it's like
call
the
it?
beauty
Like counterculture kind
yeah,
of.
the beauty and counterculture. Whereas like Kim is as far away from counterculture as you could get. She's just an IG model. Do you know what I mean? And it's,
well, maybe that's it. Like she's using that against itself or something.
yeah, and I just think it like speaks so much to Kim trying to make herself an icon, and like she positions herself. There's this really amazing Instagram, this really amazing TikToker who's called the Kardashian Colloquium, I think it is, and all she does is she talks about the Kardashians in relation to like like psychology and like the American psyche and like and Kim has like always been trying to position herself as an icon. She dresses up as them, and she like wearing Marilyn Monroe's dress, and she's done front covers as Jackie Kennedy, and she's like quite obsessed with this idea of like positioning herself in American history as like an iconic figure. And I think this is just like another sort of, she's kind of like trying to go down the, she wants to be seen so desperately a certain way, but what she lacks in all of these places is like, she's so boring. She has nothing apart from the way she looks. When you look at someone like Marilyn Monroe, she was an actress, she was a singer, she was like deeply misunderstood and like really troubled and stuff, and it's like Kim Kardashian is none of these things.
Yeah, there's no grit to her or hardships really.
Yeah, or even in now we live in a world where you have a stylist, you have a photographer, you have a creative director, you have a publicist, and she also has no, I don't think, any vision of herself. It's like what she's doing at the moment is Nadia's vision of her. And so I just don't think she will.
But then isn't that like what stylists would do to someone? Like,
But like Jackie Kennedy didn't have a stylist. Like Marilyn Monroe didn't have a stylist. Do you know what I mean? These figures that she tries to like emulate. And when she dresses up as Cher, she dresses up as Aaliyah. Like she wants to be seen in the same. But I just don't think that there's any way that she ever will be.
I mean, I think she's going to be remembered. I think she's already done everything. Like she doesn't really need to do that much more. She's already Kim Kardashian of.
Sure, but I don't. I think that it's the first time that there's a generation of people that are known for something other than a talent. Like when you think of iconic women, you think of Audrey Hepburn, you think of Marilyn Monroe.
Like Paris Hilton started that, really, didn't she? That's been around since the 2000s.
Yeah, but I think of Kim Kardashian in the same breath as Paris. I think they'll be remembered in the same way, even though Kim's more famous. It's like they're still like sort of just vapid figures of consumerism. I don't know. Interesting.
Well, we're nearly coming to the end, so let me speak to you. Basically, if you're not been with us regularly, we did the purity test, or a modern version.
Oh yeah.
And now, so every episode we're going to go through one of the numbers and see if we've got anything to say.
Questions?
Yes. So now, number 2.
And what did you get, sorry?
I got 70.
And did I get 98 or 96?
I don't think it was definitely 90 something, but I think there's enough straight and period questions in there that you couldn't have got 98.
Yeah. And that's to say that we got 98% unpure.
Yes.
Yeah.
So number 2, being in a relationship.
Tell us about being in a relationship, Luke's.
How many? I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boyfriends.
Yeah.
One of them I went out with twice.
6 if you include me.
Don't recommend
Then
ever
friend.
going back. That's my number one bit of advice.
Yeah.
First boyfriend was Ollie. Took me for Gino. And
How
then
old?
15.
Wow, cute.
We spoke about him before as well. That was at the house party. And then his best friend was like, hey, do you know what's really cool? If you had sex with 2 people the night you lost your virginity. He's like, interesting. Then it was...
I don't think that I'm going to go from losing my virginity in one night to then also experiencing a threesome in the same night.
well, not a threesome. I think just a train situation.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah,
Sort
yeah,
of
yeah.
Are you happy to be in Paris?
Then I had my missing front tooth rude boyfriend who is now dead.
Oh, they
Call
got
it karma. I don't know. He cheated on me. Had a baby with someone else. I don't know.
Readers, lean in. See how it looks if you forsake Luke's. It won't end nice for
You
you.
may die.
Yeah. We
there
never
was-
say how he dies.
No.
Just ... But if you're looking down from us on Christmas, Merry Christmas, babe.
Merry Christmas.
With your one tooth.
Merry Christmas, babe. Then it was Ryan, part 1.
Yeah. Ryan O'Ryan.
We were very intense, and he dumped me at a bus stop on the way to a photo shoot, so that was cool.
A photo shoot for who? Him? You?
Rebel
Both?
Bingo. I was on my way to do a photo shoot.
Cunt.
Yeah. Then I went out with this boy Joey, who we've also spoken about, who's got some very loud opinions about.
And me and Luke are dick sisters with.
Yep. Yeah, he's really coming out online with some opinions about, wow, people just really openly talk shit about men and don't care anymore, don't they?
So, yeah, catch up, bitch.
Look at yourself.
Yeah, look at it in your receding hairline.
Yeah. Then we went
Hope you subscribe, Joe.
back to Ryan.
Yeah, of
More
course.
fool us. He dumped me even quicker the second time.
I tell you what, though, he is a charismatic motherfucker, isn't he? As much as we hate to admit it.
Well, that's the issue, but not really
Love
that much
him.
to back
Do
it up
love
with.
him.
And then finally, my sweet Prince, Tommy
Let me
P.
Let me give you some backstory of Monsieur Boudican. He was we were friends with him first, and you were deep friends. And then he started going, hold up, what you got under that sweater? And we were like, oh my God, you're a male friend. You can't be
It's like,
hitting on me.
gross. Can you just actually not? Because we're meant to be friends, and I find it weird.
And he was like, yeah, but I want to jack over your titties. And we were like, that's absolutely disgusting. How dare you? And then one day, you're out at Coco, and you sneak off home.
Well, he was like, go on, why don't like, I dare you to kiss me, basically. I was just like, oh my God, fine. And then it was literally like, oh, I love Josh. And then it's all been fine since then.
Fine. Not good, not
No.
happy, fine.
I don't want good or happy. Good or happy has done bad for me in the past.
Yeah.
Give me 0 to 20.
He is the sweetest...
I'm only joking. He's my sweet baby.
He's the sweetest, kindest, most gentlest man.
Although he has quite pissed me off in a text earlier on pre-pod, but I won't get into it.
Oh, we'll dissect that later, darling.
Talk to me about your boyfriends quickly.
When I was very quickly, very quickly. When I was younger, I only went from relationship to relationship to relationship. When I was younger,
Name them, shame them.
Okay, so my first ever boyfriend was a boy called Richard.
Ricky D.
Who was very, oh my God, this would actually take a million years because there's actually been way too many. But my serious ones, I guess I've only been in maybe 3 serious relationships my whole life. But I've been single. For
Oh my God, I forgot about Matt, the one I actually cheated on.
Wow.
With a kiss.
Let it come. With a kiss.
With a kiss.
With a just Christmas kiss. But I've been single for ages now.
Sorry,
and
Matt.
I'm actually quite a devotee to staying single. I love being single. But yeah, been in many happy, many miserable relationships. But that's the way love goes.
Hey, don't ask me, ask Janet.
Exactly.
Oh God, sorry. These are salted caramel
Oh my God,
brownie
they're so
flavour
good.
cream
Right,
puffs.
girls. I hope you have the most lovely Christmas ever. I hope you get everything that Santa you want from Santa. I'm going to go back to the Fens, somewhere in the middle of a field where my
The
parents live.
Shire.
Yeah. And just eat quality streets, basically, for 3 days. And then I'll be back.
Top and bottom quality streets go.
Hang on. Orange and strawberry cream. Bottom one is probably anything with the whole nut in it. Don't love it. But I keep on seeing on Twitter and people being like, oh my God, London is so sick now after all the gentrifiers have gone home, blah, blah, blah. Like, people just talking about how all the buses are empty and all the streets are empty. It's so
Yeah,
good
because you
when
out
all
of
this...
towners are fucked
Out
off.
of towners. It's like, sorry, girls, that's giving quite hard Brexit energy. Like, if you could hear yourself... And
Don't
then,
hate us because you ain't a natural Londoner. Like,
babe,
you know
I've
you
been
wish
here,
you was.
I've been here since I was 17. I've now been here 17 years.
You're more of a foreigner than my dad is.
No, I've been here 17 years. How long can you live here before you're...
Who's driving home for Christmas? It ain't me, babe.
No, me neither.
Who's smoking the train home to Christmas?
How long before you live here before you're like, I am a Londoner?
I mean, you can live in London, but you're only a Londoner if you're born and bred.
I've got to be bred in London. Well, luckily for you, I've been bred in London more than one time. But yeah, it's just so grim when you see people talk like that, because I get it that you're like, oh yeah, it's empty. But it's like, first of all, probably the most annoying people are the people that come here for Christmas to stay here for Christmas, and they're like here for the Christmas time in hotels and stuff. But also like, yeah, like imagine just put a Brexit lens on that.
But no, because
finally the Londoners are out.
No, because it's going to be our multicultural working class people that stay here.
So you think you that lives on, I was going to say what road you lived on there?
I'm born and bred, bitch.
You that lived in...
It's you people that have gone to
Street
university and come in from your home counties. You're the problem.
No, I don't think I am.
Anyway, we'll pick it up next episode, I guess.
Oh, I guess we'll talk about the wonders of gentrification. Are you for or are you against?
Yes.
Gentrification, who wants it, who's got it?
I'm 50-50, to be honest.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Jenny, drag name, Jenny Triffication.
Jen T.
Rafiki.
Yeah.
Asian.
Fine.
All
right.
Right. Merry Christmas, girls.
Bye.
Bye.
I got a hangover. Whoa.